Hello, everybody. This is Jack Frew from SharePoint Saturday Chicago Suburbs. We're holding an event on June 1st. I hope to see you there. I'm here today with Jeff Willinger. Hey, Jeff, how are you today?
Hey, Jack. Thanks for having me.
Hey, no problem. Good to see you. Hey, Jeff, you're doing a couple sessions for us. Is that correct?
I am. I'm really looking forward to it.
One of them, I think, is called 3 Must-Have Principles for a Successful SharePoint Intranet. And the other one is SharePoint Mobile, Reach versus Reach 2. Reach versus... Is it Reach versus...
It's a tongue twister.
Reach versus
Rich.
Oh, I got that typed in wrong.
Ah.
Reach versus Rich, to app or not to app. Both sound pretty neat. Why don't you tell me about them?
Yeah, so, most companies are using SharePoint as their intranet, or a lot of companies have SharePoint. No one knows quite what to do with it. This session is really going to talk about some best practices around what are going to be great ways to drive user adoption, employee engagement, and, so that people could actually use SharePoint the way Microsoft actually originally intended it to be. And on my mobile session, we're going to talk about everyone thinks that you always need to do an app for everything. And there are definitely places for apps, and then there are places to do a mobile experience. And we're going to talk about Reach, which is really just putting your URL on your mobile device or your tablet, versus Rich, going down the spectrum of different variations of what can be on your mobile device.
Do you talk about, in that session, do you talk about kind of some of the different options that are out there?
Yeah, so a lot of times we'll add a third-party add-on like Harmony, who actually just came out with a new version of their product, which sits on top of SharePoint on the mobile device, as well as your desktop, and it takes your mobile experience to the next level, whether you're using SharePoint 2010 or 2013.
Cool. That sounds great. Jeff, I'm pretty new, I think, to the SharePoint community. You're pretty well known. I think I saw you've got like 18 bajillion followers on Twitter and all that stuff. Tell us, just for the 3 people watching this video that don't already know you, tell us a little bit about your background and how you got involved in all this.
First, let me tell you, I was one of the first 20 million users on Twitter, and I was actually one of the first 100,000 users of LinkedIn.
Oh, wow.
So I always thought of myself as sort of like an early adopter.
Oh, wow.
And in life, as these new social networks come up, we're always saying to ourselves, what's in it for me? Why do I even need to be on Twitter? And when I got into the SharePoint business, it was the same thing. There were so many SharePoint consultants. How am I going to separate myself?
Sure.
I thought I would go down the avenue of being a social collaboration person, where everyone's got SharePoint, no one knows what to do with it. What's in for me as the end user? So I went that route, really defining the difference between social business, social networking, and social media, inside the 4 walls and outside the 4 walls.
Awesome. And speaking of that, so do you want to share with our viewers your some of your places where you hang out, like Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn and that kind of stuff? What's your Twitter handle?
My Twitter handle is jwillie,
Okay.
Jwillie. In fact, a lot of people that don't know me think my first name is Jay and my last name is Willie. But
Nice.
Having the last name Willinger, it's sort of, in life you have to be memorable.
Right.
So definitely being memorable is key for me and a key to my success. And then on LinkedIn, you could find me at just Jeff Willinger on LinkedIn, or LinkedIn/in/Jeff Willinger. And then I actually have a Facebook fan page that you could also find me at facebook.com/Jeff Willinger.
Oh, great. Additionally, right now you're working for RightPoint. Is that correct?
I am. RightPoint happens to be one of the absolute best kept secrets in Chicago. We just got listed in Crane Chicago Business as one of the top 20 firms to work for in the city of Chicago.
Oh, that's such
a Chicagoland, which I am extremely
That's a great accomplishment and a great honor at the same time. I mean, that's awesome. So
we're very excited about it. It's helped in our recruiting efforts, and the troops are they're thrilled to working for such a great organization.
Awesome. Well, you must be happy there as well. I would have to venture, right?
Life is good. I enjoy my job.
Awesome. Any other background that you have that you want to share with us? Anything unique or?
Yeah, I'm originally from New York City, so I'm a diehard New York Yankees fan.
Okay.
But I enjoy baseball on the north and south side, And I'm hoping by the time SharePoint Saturday Suburbs comes up, the Blackhawks by then should be in the semifinals, right before the finals, the Western Conference Finals.
Well, we can hope, and hopefully with Blackhawks, we don't have to hope too far. I think they've got a good team this year. So
They do.
awesome. Well, Jeff, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Jack, this has been a lot of fun. I look forward to seeing you and then the hundreds of others on Saturday, June 1st.
It's going to be great. I really appreciate your coming out and talking with us. Thanks.